everybody. Welcome to a special Thursday stream. There were just so many stories today, and a lot of them being little stories that didn't really warrant their own video. But I was like, I can't not talk about it. We got to talk about it. So I decided to do another stream. I have that other Spider-Man video all filmed. I just have to edit it, and I will do that after this live stream. I'm very happy. That's 4 live streams this week. Hey, Dominic Ryan. Hey, Gia. Thanks for joining. Let's see here. I saw some people join earlier before I came on. Hey, Isaiah. Isaiah upgraded. That's a great picture, Isaiah. And Rodrigo. Welcome, Rodrigo. Yes, memberships. I debuted new memberships on Tuesday, and then I changed them. I changed them because so many of you felt bad that we couldn't do that I put the watch-alongs behind a paywall. Hey, MM Disney. Welcome back. And I felt bad, too. It wasn't the same without you guys. So I had wanted to offer a more affordable price to join in the live chat, but I think at the end of the day, being able to access all the live streams except for the movie club. Hey David, which David just joined. Wesley, welcome to your first live. I thought that just ended up being a better decision. So there's only 2 levels of memberships now. One that grants live chat access to all the streams. And then Movie Club, which it actually has a surprising number of members. I'm so glad so many of you are excited about that. And we're going to watch 1 movie a month. It's going to be like an old school movie. So you guys get to vote on that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad you're enjoying the new emojis as well. I'm going to try every couple of months to update or add new ones. Just like I do with the merch. So trying to, do a lot of fun stuff, keep things, exciting and unexpected around here. So, I'm glad you guys are enjoying. Sabian, if you want to upgrade membership, you, hit the join button. And for some people, it's a little bit difficult to, switch. So what's a good workaround is to, cancel your membership and then just join at the level that you'd like to be on. Thanks, Green Lantern's Light. The air is very dry because it's so cold here in New York City, and so my contacts, I couldn't take it anymore, and so I put my glasses on for this. Justin just was able to upgrade. Hooray! So we have a lot of great stuff coming up. Also, I know a lot of you are asking me a lot, Rodney, if you put too many emojis, it blocks it. So but Rodney did a very nice job there. A lot of you have also been asking me about, let's see here. Oh, Austin, you upgraded. That's so nice. Nice. Hey, Nicholas, thanks for joining. The prices might be a little bit different for some of you, as Steven is asking, depending on where you live. Hey, Cam Creative, thanks for joining. Darth Alathani, I'm so glad that you made it today. All right, so also, before we get into today's 3 stories, I know a lot of you are wondering about Super Bowl trailers, and I, of course, did a speculation video on Sunday as part of Movie Math, but it's a little early to know about Super Bowl trailers. I know there are lots of rumors about so many of them, but there's never been that many Super Bowl trailers for, entertainment in a single year. Now, coming out of the pandemic with everybody really eager to make sure you go see their movie, maybe this will be a banner year. But we'll find out, I would say, a week, like the week of is usually when these stories break. The trades will be the ones to break it. The trades will tell you who has bought what spots. Hey, Maddie, thanks for joining. Hey, Sam, thanks for upgrading. Hey, Alex. The trades will be the ones to do that story. And then I'll probably in a live stream, or it's very slow in a video, cover the update. Hey, Jorge, I'm glad you made it to a live. That's one of the benefits of having them at different times. Different people can join in. Sion, the Super Bowl is a week from Sunday, February 13th. It's very late this year, and it's kind of stupid that it's the day before Valentine's Day, but it's going to be a big deal. They're going to be dropping lots of stuff. Hey, Bobby K. All right, if you join during a live stream, as you can see, I will give you a shout out when you join. Otherwise, we'll go over the 3 stories, which is interactive. Then for the final 10 minutes, you may ask me anything that you would like, although I don't have to answer it. Don't get me in trouble, please. And then at the very, 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 very end, we do shout outs. And so I can shout out and, interact with you guys in case you haven't had a chance during the rest of the stream. And if you can't join, and if you're just watching, if you're not able to become a member right now, and you're just enjoying the stream anyway, well, that's awesome too. It's so awesome, in fact, as you know, I got rid of one of the membership levels so that you could continue to do that. Oh, Aaliyah, you upgraded to Movie Club. That's awesome. All right, so let's get to the 3 stories of the day. Here we go. All right. Boop. Story number 1. Hey, Lone Wolf Media. Welcome back. All right, so if you're a member for a long time and your badge will reflect how long you've been a member, I get to know you pretty well. All right. Hey, Wardrak. All right, so story number 1. By the way, no spoilers for Scream 5, please. A couple of people were nervous about this in Twitter. They were like, hey, I'm going to come over, but please nobody spoil this. Hey, Ishmael. Please, nobody spoil Scream because you haven't watched it yet. And I suspect that Scream, while it did pretty well at the box office, we'll bring those numbers up in a moment, I think it's going to explode on streaming. I know a number of people who are excited about the new Scream, but are going to go or are waiting till it comes online. So don't ruin anybody who's not in, don't ruin who makes it out of Scream 5 alive. All right, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so... my pleasure, Sam. All right, so here's an image here I have. All right, there's some box office for us to look at. Ooh. All right, so there have been 5 Scream movies, as you can see. Brett's like, when does it hit Paramount Plus? First, you're going to have to watch, first it'll hit PVOD for purchase, and then 45 days later, it'll hit Paramount Plus. Probably the pay, I would suspect, I'm not sure if it's the pay version or not. All right. Here's the box office. As you can see, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed these graphics, Bring Toys to Work. This is actually screen grabbed because I was in a bit of a rush. This was screen grabbed from the numbers, which is also, especially because Box Office Mojo has scaled back a little bit in the information that they have. I now go back and forth when I'm, putting my statistics together in my analysis. I use both Box Office Mojo and the numbers. So the numbers still has franchises. For some reason, they got rid of that on Box Office Mojo, which was so ridiculous that you'll see people online who are big movie people occasionally talk about how great Box Office Mojo used to be and how it's not anymore. But the numbers is a good workaround. All right, so anyway, as you can see, this current Scream, it's domestic. Well, it's not anywhere near the original too, and that's $1990, so that's quite the difference. It's still way better than Scream 4. Like, holy crap. And that was 10 years ago. So this is soft. I would say that the new Scream is softer than Paramount would probably like. But again, these movies are ridiculously cheap. So it's making enough. It's making enough. And it's doing pretty well overseas. It already topped Scream 4. And it's getting close to Scream 3 globally. So that's pretty strong. That's pretty nice. I told you the weekend that it came out. I tweeted, as you might recall, and as I retweeted today as a reminder, I heard from my sources that Paramount was already working on developing a Scream 6 the weekend that Scream came out. They were like, we feel good about this. We want to do another Scream. And sure enough, today it was confirmed. So that's what we're talking about today. It's the same directing and writing team. Let me get rid of these box office numbers. Same writing and directing team from Ready or Not, which is why some of us are really hoping Samara Weaving might maybe join the cast. But again, don't talk about who makes it out of Scream 5 alive, because we don't want to ruin that for anybody. So we're not going to talk about that. Hey, Sabian, thanks for upgrading to Movie Club. By the way, if you upgrade to Movie Club, don't forget to go to the community tab and vote for what night you would like to have February's movie night, because there are 2 choices. And right now, Sunday, the 27th, I believe, is winning out. All right, so anyway. Dryness, my dry eyes. Ugh. All right, so anyway. Everybody wants Kirby. Kirby in Scream 6 is the whole point of having the stream for this today. Everybody wants Kirby back. In fact, when I was talking about Scream 5, all anybody asked me about was Kirby. Everybody was like, is Kirby in it? And I was talking about Scream 4 because Marley Shelton's back, and people were like, that's nice, but you're really mentioning it's because for Kirby, right? And it got so intense that I had to say, Kirby's not in the movie, because I felt people were just getting too worked up, and they were going to be too sad when they went and Kirby wasn't in it. So I was like, don't worry, everybody. But super fans spotted the teeniest, tiniest Easter egg in the movie. And that's when Jack Quaid is watching a YouTube video about the Stab franchise. In the recommended videos, they say Kirby is the survivor. So Kirby lived. That was left open-ended in Scream 4. So if I were Hayden Panettiere's agent, I would just be sitting back waiting for the call. And I think she can ask for a decent amount of money. I mean, I don't think she's going to ask for a ton of money because, she doesn't really work very much right now and think she just would like to be in it. But I think they can ask for something. I think she's going to be a really big, important part of the movie and probably like the driving force of it, to be honest with you. It's going to be the Kirby show. I think people were more excited about Kirby coming back than like anyone from the original movie, to be honest with you. I think Paramount has to realize, and the people who make this movie now, who are in charge of this franchise, that Kirby is what people want. Give the people what they want. And the people want Kirby. So I think that's very exciting. And it'll be cool to see Hayden Panettiere come back. I mean, she's really not working. She, of course, was a huge deal for a while. She was the cheerleader in Heroes. Remember that? She was such a big deal. She was like the ingenue of Hollywood. It was like huge. And for some reason, just didn't work out. It doesn't always work out. And Heroes didn't really work out either. So I don't know if she's still getting those Heroes checks. Hey, Henny. All right. So that's the first story of the day. And I think it's, I had a lot of fun with the new Scream. I thought it was a good movie. Some people were like, oh, I didn't like it. I thought it was good. I thought Scream was good. Did you guys like Scream 5? Don't ruin it. Oh, yeah, she did go to Beyond Nashville. You're right, Josh loves movies. Oh, that's unfortunate, Toon Dude 19. And Brett pointed that out as well. Oh, good for her. I hope that she's able to overcome her postpartum depression. I'm sure she has. And she can use that. She can use her time, maybe hopefully promoting Scream 6 to touch on that as well, which I think would be important. I think, that's not talked about enough. I think so that could be really, really wonderful. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, most of you liked it. Tovi, you gotta watch Scream 5. Scream 5 is good. It's gonna come to streaming. And I guarantee you, I think it's going to be like number one. It's going to be big. We'll be talking about it on Movie Math for sure. All right, so that's the first story of the day. It did break the Scream rules, Koning Peckles. But I think it worked out. It had like new rules too, which I appreciated. All right, good use of the heart eyes emoji, I am Jacob. All right, so that's the first story of the day. Second story of the day. Boop. Oh, that's the wrong one. Darn it! Hold on. Boop! There it is. All right, there's the appropriate image with the boop. So we're going to talk about the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. Way too long a title. Like, man, that's like really difficult. I as someone who makes videos about this stuff, I'm very sensitive to how much space I have in the metadata. So I'm like, that's too long a title. You're going to take up my whole freaking title with that. Are you kidding me with this? I guess I could do LOTR. Like, my question is, will people be searching Lord of the Rings show or the Rings of Power show? I'm going to have to figure it out. It's going to be tough. I'm not happy about it. This is going to be difficult to cover this show. And I'm curious to see, hey, the Delicate Genius. That's a great name. And I like your picture. I really get a sense of you. All right, so anyway. I think that I don't feel like this is off to a very good start. This show, but who knows? I mean, it's Lord of the Rings, and they spent a ton of money on it. So for that alone, everybody's really interested in it. So let me bring up all the posters. Hold on a second. So I'm going to get rid of the red square so it doesn't mess it up. There they are. Nope. There we go. All right, there we go. Whew. All right, a lot of things to click here on my OBS monitor. All right, so there's all the posters that were released today. Hands. Because people get excited about hands. I think it should have been eyes, quite frankly. But so the one that everybody got really excited about was the Sauron poster on the top left. But I couldn't even use that for the poster frame for the thing today because it's too hard to make out the details when it's small. So I'm like, okay, I guess some of them are humans, some of them are elves. Okay, fine. All right. Now, obviously, everybody wants their own Game of Thrones. So that's what Amazon is thinking with this show. And this is billed the most, oh, it's the hands of power. But what about the rings of power? How many rings are there? Does everybody here get a ring? I thought there weren't that many rings. This is tough. All right. So they're spending to 100 to 150 million per season on this show. And they've guaranteed for 10 seasons. So they're like, it could be like $1 billion. But I think isn't Marvel supposed to be spending around 100 million per show too? So I don't really know why everyone's making such a big deal about this. I mean, I thought their first teaser where they were like, look at the smoke and look at the water going over these hills. And I was like, nobody cared when the teaser came out because there's nothing to talk about. You were just like, that's nice. But anyway, they have all of these posters. And I said earlier that I think that this probably means they're going to have a Super Bowl spot. I mean, if you're spending that much money on a season, you might as well buy yourself a Super Bowl spot. I hope they're stuffing it instead of just hands and water and smoke. And then also I talked about the fact that this show just can't trend. That's right, Lloyd. Where's everybody loved Smeagol? Andy Serkis, my precious. Everybody loved that in the first movies. I don't think they have anything quite like that. Isn't this like a prequel? So, you don't know anybody. Maybe Andy Serkis will show up. Andy Serkis sees over in Andor. He's showing up everywhere. So I think that the problem is that people don't know a lot about... that's right. Gandalf is still alive, right? Well, you got D.A.G. and McKellen. What are you going to do over there? I mean, they have the money to do it. But, I don't really think people are as into The Lord of the Rings as they are other projects. I think that's one of the reasons that people are having a hard time, like, really getting super excited about it, because they're like, I have no idea who these people could be. Like, who here, like, I could kind of tell what group they're affiliated with, but, I mean, I guess Sauron, but, I mean, that's cool. But I only know him as a giant eye in the sky, quite frankly. But, some people were like, oh, let me try and figure out who's who. And I'm just like, okay. That's the problem with it. I mean, if these were Marvel characters or DC characters, I'd be all over it, right? I'd be like, I got to figure this out. Even if it was Game of Thrones, like season, like late into the show, I'd be able to figure out who everybody was. Although I think it'd be less interesting. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's a problem. Now, I think this is going to be also like Game of Thrones in the division of the fandom. There will be people who know all the books and are like, oh, that's referencing that prequel book in page 52. It's amazing. And there will be those of us who are like, I'm not reading all that. I'm just going to know the basics. Like, I'm going to rewatch the original trilogy. I don't know if I can sit through the Hobbit movies again, but I'm going to watch the original trilogy again. But I don't know. I mean, even when I saw them, I didn't really know what happened, to be honest with you. I told you that my favorite thing about Lord of the Rings movies is people comparing notes and where they took a nap, because it's so cozy. Like, everybody liked being in that world, but I think many of us would be hard-pressed to tell you exactly what happened in those films. Watch the extended versions? Oh my God, Lloyd. I gotta watch Star Wars the Animated Series. There's only so many hours in a day. I mean, Chad is already upset that I haven't watched Young Justice the latest season. I mean, it's just like a lot. It's a lot to watch. So I guess I gotta watch these extended versions. My God. I'm not doing it before the Super Bowl, but I'll do it before September 2nd, which is when this series starts. It's obviously gonna be weekly or a couple episodes a week. By the way, I was so sad they only dropped 2 episodes for you today of Raised by Wolves, because I thought it was gonna be 3. I was like, no. But anyway, I was very upset that some people were, I didn't like, I don't like the woke. I really hate the term. I hate it so much. I don't like how that's taken over entertainment. It's I find it extremely offensive. And so I was really disheartened to see that conversation here. And some people not being happy about the diverse cast. Get over it, man. The world is diverse, and that should be reflected in this entertainment. I mean, look at the size of this cast. Of course it's going to be diverse. I think that's really, really important. And I think, as you've seen, House of the Dragon has worked much harder to be diverse. And so I think this is the way to do it. I'm very excited about it. And so I don't love that that's going to be something that they're going to have to deal with this. I just feel bad. I feel bad that I think these shows don't deserve to be stuck in the mud of that offensive conversation. So I was really surprised to see that some people, I think I was only 2 people who responded that, but I was like, uh-oh. Because, there are outlets who make a living, feeding into that hate, and it's really unfortunate. I'm very upset about it. All right. It's very upset. Everybody deserves to see themselves reflected in the entertainment that they enjoy. And so, I mean, I saw some wonderful tweets about finally being Lord of the Rings fans, finally being represented in the material that they love. So I think that's just really great. All right. So that is, let's see here. That's the second story of the day. Now get ready to have your mind blown, because on that note, boom, baby, story number 3. Amazon's like, we spent so much money on the Lord of the Rings show, and we have so much cool content coming up, we're going to raise our price. Amazon is raising their price, and I got to say to Amazon, that's tricky business. I mean, look at, I had to figure out memberships on the fly this week to get something that I think everybody was happy with. And so Amazon is like, we're raising prices. Now, the stock rallied when they said this. I'm like, you guys, I don't think you understand this. I mean, I feel like, as Kevin just said, bold Amazon. So let's go through this. So Amazon announced today that for Amazon Prime, which does also include free 2-day shipping, although often as an Amazon Prime member, I will have to pick a shipping level, and they're like, Amazon Prime is free shipping, or you could do this, which would also be free. And I'm like, what? So anyway, Amazon Prime said the reason they're raising their price is because of the content they have coming. They have not only NFL exclusive to Amazon Prime on Thursday nights this coming season, which is an incredible deal, by the way. I mean, I don't know. I'd be tempted. I mean, can't they just have a package that, why do I have to pay for something I'm not going to watch? I'm not going to watch NFL. So can't Amazon offer tiers of membership? I'm like, I don't want that. So let me just, wouldn't that be like the ESPN Disney Plus add-on, right? So they're like, we have NFL, but then we have more content. We have Wheel of Time, which again, Wheel of Time is not really on my radar, but I know a lot of other people, it does very well on the Nielsen charts every week. They have The Boys. They have the animated and live-action spin-off of The Boys. They have Invincible coming back. And now they have this Lord of the Rings series. And Reacher, which is starting tomorrow. But it's funny, though, because they're raising the price because more of you are watching. You're like, wow, you guys watched it and became so big on Amazon that we're going to raise the price on you. And I don't know how I feel. I think that's not great optics. I wouldn't do it before the Amazon. Oh, that's right, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Although I started to watch the new season and it was super annoying. But I feel like I wouldn't have raised the price before the Lord of the Rings show drops. I'd be like, I don't know, man. Especially, Raphael just brought up Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has enough money to go into space for fun and to give 3 people who have no business getting $100 million to do with as they see fit. So that's like, and also he's not paying his employees correctly, and they're not treated very well, and they can't even go to the bathroom. So where's all this money going, man? So I think that's kind of not great. So let's talk about the pricing. So Amazon for a year, that's right, Melly, Jeff Bezos can end poverty in a year. I'll do a little side note. Get ready for a unicorn. Here's a political thing. As you know, I'm a capitalist, and I feel very strongly that people should be rewarded for their hard work. However, we have a situation in this country in particular where people could still be billionaires and still pay the people below them enough, what their fair cut, and to have a decent living wage. Nobody's asking anybody who's an executive to not make hundreds of millions of dollars, but we're like, do you have to make that many hundreds of millions of dollars? And I think that the government has a responsibility to step in and put a cap in there, or just put such a ridiculous tax on it that it's not worth it. So this is one of the things that I feel very strongly about. He is Lex Luthor, Preston. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I feel very strongly about this. And so I feel like I like capitalism, but I feel capitalism has run a little bit amok. Amok. All right. Where's that from again? I forget. Amok. All right. But that's how I feel. All right, Nicholas, I like your use of the emojis there. That's funny. All right, so it is, hey, Max, thanks for upgrading to Movie Club. Hey, King Louie, welcome back. All right, so Amazon Prime for the yearly fee will go up $20 to $139 for the year. I guess that's not so bad. And monthly, it's going up $2 a month to $14.99. Now, let's compare it to to other streaming services. All right, I looked up all the streaming services right before. Oh, Hocus Pocus, you're right, thank you. I was wondering why someone was writing Hocus Pocus. I was like, Hocus Pocus isn't a part of this conversation, but that's where Amok is from. All right, so now Amazon Prime will be tied with HBO Max as the most expensive streaming service at $14.99 a month. And HBO Max, that bit them in the butt so much they have to offer a $9.99 with ads version. I'm doing the non-ads rates because Amazon Prime doesn't have ads. So they're tied at most expensive. Then Netflix is actually second most expensive at $13.99 a month for their average standard plan. But Netflix has like so much content. I mean, did you see that trailer today for all their movies? I mean, that was nuts. That was bonkers. They were like, movie every week. Look at all of our big movie stars. And we can afford to shoot extra footage on set for this commercial. And you're like, wow, that's incredible. All right, so Netflix is $13.99. Then Hulu is $12.99, which was Amazon's old price per month. Although Hulu, of course, does offer a cheaper version with ads. If I'm paying for something, I don't want any ads on it. That's how I feel about it. Then Peacock is actually just $9.99 a month. And then Disney Plus. Look how cheap Disney Plus is in comparison. Disney Plus is $7.99 a month. Wow, that's inexpensive. No wonder they have so little churn. They are very, very aggressively priced, ridiculously aggressively priced. Like, holy crap, that's not their Hulu ESPN bundle, but no, that's, hey, Catwoman. That's incredibly cheap. I hope that Disney never raises the price that much, especially because they cater so much to families. I think that Disney would. That's another reason that Disney probably does. That's right, Toby. I don't want to jinx it. That's funny. I think that's another reason that Disney probably did the Premier Access, because they're like, did you see how cheap our service is? If they ever charge anything extra, they should put up like a little chart and be like, look how much you save a month with our service. Pay the $30 for the movie. And then Apple TV is actually the cheapest at $4.99 a month. So that's pretty good. That's like very inexpensive. And often it's free if you get an Apple device. But yeah, hey Wanda the Witch, and you have the avatar picture to match. Thanks for joining Movie Club. But yeah, so I have a question here. How many of you will stay subscribed to Amazon at that price point? I mean, Amazon does have incredible content. I mean, I'm going to stay subscribed because I order a lot from Amazon, especially during the pandemic. I get a lot of their shipping. Denzel's like, never was. Ha ha. Same for Luke. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Brett also. That's where they're really getting you, the 2-day shipping. They're the only service here where you get more than content. And Anna also needs it for shipping. That's funny. Lisa watches Amazon more than Netflix. That's very interesting. I think it's funny how much the shipping is keeping everybody in there. Same for Drew. Needs the shipping. Same for Sammy. Same for Vic. Sometimes 1-day shipping. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Although Amazon can provide such low prices because of how poorly they treat their employees. I know some of you work for Amazon. I hope that you're treated well. I know that Amazon has been able to break any unionization to date, which is, you don't want unions out of control, but you don't want anything out of control, but unions are good. Jason says, I wonder if Amazon will increase their price for students and low-income subscriptions. If you have Xfinity services, you get Peacock Premium for free. That's true. Eventually, some of these services are going to have to bundle because it's nuts. They're going to have to bundle, although Disney, of course, already has their own bundle. So they're like, get out of here. And Netflix is like, we don't need to bundle with nobody. So it'll be curious to see. I'm this close to cord cutting and getting rid of cable. It's more that I just haven't had time to do it, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, it's the future. Because, we're already spending enough on although I don't know. I don't know if I'd be saving, but it's interesting. All right. Millie says, my brother makes some money at Amazon, but is overworked. Well, I'm glad he feels like he's getting paid well. That's good. All right. So those are the 3 stories of the day. Hold on. It is 6:45. We will go till 6:55. You may ask me anything that you would like, although, of course, again, I don't have to answer it because you can't get me in trouble. Oh, Mika says, J.K. Simmons Commissioner Gordon is back. Yeah, I saw him with the red hair. They did not pay to de-age him, at least not on, I guess we wouldn't know on set. But I'm excited about the Batgirl movie. I mean, I'm very excited about it. Brett says, which recent Disney film do you like better, Encanto or Raya? Oh my God, what a Sophie's choice. I can't choose between those two. I really love both of them, and they're just very different. I mean, everybody, of course, is into Encanto right now, but I don't want to do that to Raya. Raya was an incredible movie that I saw 2 times in quick succession when it came out. I really, same with Encanto. Disney Animation, great company. Look at all the Raya fans who are like, whoa, Raya. Don't sleep on Encanto, man. It was a good movie. Mike Abner says, we'll see a Doctor Strange 2 trailer at the Super Bowl. I mean, I said on Sunday that I thought that there were strong odds that we would, and I think you're going to see some Marvel movie advertised. But, you know, it could be Thor. Like, I'm seeing some crazy rumor about somebody picking up a shield, which makes absolutely no sense, unless he's picking up someone else's shield. I mean, we'll just see. Be careful. There's sometimes people, I don't want to say anything about stuff. I don't like when people comment about me. I'm not going to comment about other people. But, you know, just be very careful about who you're listening to. I take scooping very seriously. Lloyd says, Roland Emmerich, the filmmaker of Moonfall, has taken aim at the Walt Disney Company or comic book movies. I didn't see Lloyd his thoughts. Everybody wants to take a shot at comic book movies. You know, did Roland Emmerich see his Rotten Tomatoes score? I don't even want to risk going to the theater right now to see Moonfall. So I think that, you know, if someone called Roland Emmerich up and said, you want to make a Marvel movie, he would be like, yes, please. So I don't want to hear it. I'm really sick and tired of people making fun of this stuff. Hab says, thoughts on BAFTA nominations. I thought they were super weird. I was like, so you don't want anyone to tune in and watch the BAFTAs, eh? I mean, I applaud them for striking out on their own path and nominating a lot of movies that I actually have not even heard of. But I'm really, you know, I think there's a price to be paid for that, and that's that nobody's going to pay attention to the show. I mean, Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem shut out of the actor competitions. I mean, that's craziness. Craziness! I mean, it's like they're having their own, it's like they're in a different, it's like the multiverse, and BAFTAs are in a different universe where you're like, what are these movies? Raphael says, thoughts on CW's Gotham Knights. I'm tired of CW shows. I know some of you really enjoy them, but you guys, I mean, I think, you know, when I was watching House, remember House with Hugh Laurie? And he was always in a bad mood because his leg hurt him. And he was like, my leg really hurts me, but I don't want to not have a leg, so I'm just going to keep it on. And he was doing all these crazy experiments to try and save it. And I was watching that show, and I think it was like one of the final seasons, and I was like, you know, man, you should just cut that leg off. Just cut it off already. You've done your best. You tried to save it, but it's just not worth it anymore, man. Cut it off and move on with your life. And that's how I feel about the CWDC shows. I know it's going to hurt. I know people are going to feel bad about it, but they're holding down the whole DC verse. It's all over the place. There's too many different versions. The quality is too low. They're holding down the stuff on HBO Max. I mean, it's too much. I mean, I gotta tell you, at this point, I think DC should just totally reset. I think DC should just say, we're canceling everything, even the things that work. I'm talking Momoa's Aquaman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. I don't care. I'd cut it all out. I'd be like, we're done. We're moving on. We're going to start from scratch because this is a disaster. I mean, I think it's at a point where it can't be fixed, to be honest with you. I don't even know how I feel about the Batman anymore. That's how I feel. I'm glad some of you like Superman and Lois, but it's a small group. Your numbers are too small. Look at this. Look at the chats go. Whoa, your numbers are too small. I'll just say it. I'm sorry, Superman and Lois fans, but you're not a big enough group. You're bringing down the whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ivan. I had to say it. Oh, sadness. Hey, Jacob. Can Secrets of Dumbledore be a hit, says Nicholas. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's another one. You're like, why are we still doing this? They're like, you know, the really cool Dumbledore versus Grindelwald story? It's the B storyline. And you're like, why would you do that? I'm not going to probably review Westworld, Dominic. I mean, it all depends on how slow things are. If it's a slow time, sure, I'll review Westworld Season 4. I actually forgot about it until you just brought it up. But I'll certainly watch it. I'll watch it for sure. Let's see here. Brett, I will be reviewing Marry Me, but I'm not going to be reviewing Death on the Nile because I also didn't want to go to a theater for that. It's still very coronavirus-y here in New York City, and these movies are just too small for me to take that kind of risk right now. Let's see. Whoa, it's moving so fast. Hold on, let me see here. Brown-eyed Black Sheep says, anything on Yellow Jacket Season 2? I haven't heard anything about Yellow Jacket Season 2, but I'm excited about it. That was a really pleasant surprise. Thanks, Maruna. I'm going to try and review Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They said they'd give me a screener. I got to keep an eye on that. That comes out like pretty soon, right? All right. Oh, yeah, Murderville came out today. Oh, there's too much stuff, man. That's on Netflix. Too much stuff. Hey, Donner. Boy, it's going fast. Evan Moore says, what movie should I watch tonight, Grace? You know what I was thinking of watching tonight? Crazy Stupid Love. Because I like Ryan Gosling. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm in the mood for Valentine's Day stuff. KK, I reviewed Pam and Tommy. I absolutely loved it. So I hope you'll check out my review. I think it's a great show. I hope you're watching it. I thought it was really good. Let's see here. I'm not really into Cobra Kai, Tillman. You know, there's some stuff that I just am not a fan of. And so I don't want to come into that space and just be like, I don't get it. You know, like, I think it just, you know, enjoy Cobra Kai, those of you who enjoy it. That's right, KK. Good use of the laughing emoji. Green Ninja 61 says, He-Man movie moving to Netflix thoughts. I think Kevin Smith might have destroyed He-Man. I don't know if it can come back. And I got to tell you, I think He-Man might be too dated a concept to be brought back in a way that's going to be satisfying to fans and anyone today. To be like totally honest with you. I don't know if it can be done. It's like John Carter. I'm pretty excited for the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett. As people are wondering, will Boba Fett show up? Will he have any lines? Sam, I don't think I'm going to watch Catwoman Hunted. I was kind of offended with how much cleavage she had in the trailer. I thought that was super offensive. That really bothers me about Catwoman, how she's sometimes depicted. I don't know when Harley Quinn Season 3 is coming out, Preston, but I will definitely be covering that because I love that show. The comic is fantastic. But again, it's for mature audiences if you decide to pick it up. Mika, I talk about Channing Tatum's Gambit show a little bit in the movie, in the Spider-Man trailer, a video I'll be doing later today. Yeah, and I'm on slow mode on the comments, so I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm. Sion says, are you more excited for Moon Knight or Obi-Wan? Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. I guess I have to pick one. I can't be like, I like both of them. I have to pick. I have to play the game. I guess Moon Knight, because it's new. And with Obi-Wan, I know he's going to die. I know Darth Vader's going to kill him. So, what do you guys think? What are you more excited for, Moon Knight or Obi-Wan? I mean, I'm excited for both. I mean, I had to choose one. I chose Moon Knight. And nobody write both. You got to choose. Oh, it looks pretty evenly split. That's awesome. Disney's got a lot of good content. It's ridiculous. Disney's a very incredibly well-run studio, even with Bob Chapek. All right, it's 6:56. That means it's time for shout-outs. That's pretty crazy, Gabriel. All right, it's time for shout-outs. The way shout-outs work is you got to give me something to interact with. What you're doing, where you are, if you're eating anything. Just give me something so I can interact with you. Give me something, man. Give me something. Edwin is playing Tekken. Very nice. The Chris channel is getting ready to teach Zumba. Really? Wow, you win. That's really excellent. Oh, interestingly, Wanda the Witch is working out. Juanito Power 7 is in Mexico City, chilling. Love it. I love that you guys are all over the globe. It's so great. KK says, I just finished eating sweet and sour shrimp with jasmine rice. Oh, yes. Those are exactly the faces that I would make, KK. Let me try. Hard eye. Dancing Dog 60 is eating Franks and beans. While Brown-Eyed Black Sheep says, I have ice cream with chocolate syrup from Baskin Robbins. They make a very nice ice cream cake. I'm not going to lie. John says, shout out from London. It's midnight and I'm eating cake. Wow, that's great. That's awesome. Yes, hype. Let's see here. Sion's also in the UK eating lasagna and about to watch Nightmare Alley for the first time. What a great time to watch it at midnight. Oh, you're going to scare the crap out of yourself. I'm so excited for you. Sam's in Scotland. That's awesome. I Am Jacob is rewatching Clone Wars in the UK. A lot of you stayed up late in the UK. I really appreciate it. Jamie says, finished working with young people in London as well, and now chilling with a cup of tea, watching. Oh, excellent. Very British of you with the tea. I also am a big tea drinker. I don't drink coffee. Bye, Juanito. Lena says, I'm about to watch Peacemaker episode 6. Awesome. Enjoy. Matt says, coming at you from my work in Michigan, eating my lunch of chicken and rice. Delicious. Hab is also in London watching Friends. So look at Mikey Bray in the UK. A lot of people in the UK. Hey to everybody across the pond. Steve Music is watching at Waffle House in Savannah, Georgia. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Cinnamon is in the Netherlands. I've never been to the Netherlands. I'm afraid not. But you're a very picturesque country. I've seen it on The Amazing Race. I love The Amazing Race. It's back. It's such a good show. Daniel is making chocolate chip cookies in San Antonio, where it's very cold. I hope you have no problems like you did before that last storm. But chocolate chip cookies, I'm a big chocolate chip cookie fan. Matthew says, I should be working at home in Sydney, Australia, but I'm watching you instead. That's fun. Good for you. We laugh with tears of joy. Chico is about to eat mac and cheese and chicken nuggets for dinner. My kind of dinner, Chico. You can eat like a child forever, in my opinion. That's how I go about stuff. Carlos is at the Starbucks drive-away. Where are you? I've never heard it called a drive-away. It's a drive-through, right? Oh, you're the Starbucks drive-way. Maybe you're pulling into Starbucks. Liam says, also in the UK, bought a new espresso machine, so sitting in bed, tweaking, unable to sleep. That's funny. I could not go to sleep yesterday. That's why I got such a late start today. I was like, nothing's happening. I can sleep in. And when I woke up, everything was happening. And I was like, damn it. I got to tell you, the 3 a.m. drops for Disney Plus really messed with my sleep schedule. Because it was hard for me to go to sleep because I took a nap in the middle of the day. Hey, Thwip. That's a really fun. I like your emoji a lot. That's very striking. Jamie says, Costa person here. Like it's in Costa Rica. Sailor is in Delaware. Hab says for him or her, it's 8 a.m. You're very lucky. That's because you're in the UK. David says, sick and working from home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're sick, David. I hope you feel better in Texas. Stay safe. Ivan, where'd it go? Ivan says, here in Mexico, finally starting the Book of Boba Fett. I can't stand the spoilers anymore on Twitter. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, you know, I know some of you, I felt bad. Some of you were upset about the thumbnail that I did for that. I felt that everybody knew that Grogu was going to show up. I mean, Mando literally said at the end of last episode, I got to go see my little friend. So I thought, that's fine. And I didn't spoil any of the other cameos. I was like, there's so much that's exciting in here. And people still were like, brr, 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 brr. Let me tell you, I can't tell you how much stuff I've had spoiled for me by going online. If you don't like spoilers, you either got to watch this stuff when it drops or you have to stay off the internet until you watch it. I mean, I'm sorry. And I think you'd have to stay away from other people because I think people would be talking about it wherever you go. So you got to really just watch this stuff when you wake up, I'm afraid. It sucks, but that's just the way it is. I mean, when I used to not do watch-alongs for The Mandalorian Season 2, it got spoiled every single time I woke up, every week for Mandalorian Season 2, because I would wake up and as soon as I went onto Twitter, I would see trending for you, because, you know, we all like the same stuff, of spoiler. Every single time. And I didn't complain about it. All right. Green Lights Lanterns is saying homemade asapao de pollo during this Texas freeze. That sounds very interesting. I'm not quite sure. I know it has chicken in it, but that sounds like a good meal. Nicholas says, from Argentina, planning on starting Boba Fett on episode 5 because I don't want to catch up. I gotta tell you, if you didn't watch Boba Fett yet, don't sleep on episode 2. Episode 2 was pretty good. And you know, you owe it to Boba. If you're gonna watch a show, watch his only good episode, which is episode 2. Wad TV says, can Ryan Coogler catch a break? It feels like the Black Panther sequel is cursed. I feel bad for him. I think that Ryan Coogler not only is very talented, but I think he has a lot of self-confidence. I think he's going to be able to handle it. I think he's going to be fine. I think it's not going to be easy. I think people are going to say stuff about him that's not great, which is really unfortunate, but that's the name of the game these days in anything. That's like the society we live in right now. I was watching Gladiator and everybody was voting for people to be killed. And I was like, thank God we don't fight to the death anymore. That's what Twitter used to be like. Brett says, here in Sarasota, Florida, waiting for my pizza to be delivered. Delicious. I had pizza yesterday. Cinnamon says, Grace, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? You know, I don't like ice cream, actually. I'm not a big ice cream fan. And when I do have ice cream occasionally, I'm pretty much giving it up, though. But I like it to have lots of stuff in it. I like gelato. I'm a big gelato fan. And there is a huge difference between the two. But if I do have ice cream, I like ice cream with stuff in it. So although my one exception is I do enjoy Neapolitan ice cream. But my favorite ice cream, I would say, is Rocky Road. It's got delicious stuff in it. For me, with ice cream, it's all about the toppings. I also like chocolate frozen yogurt with carob chips. I don't know if anyone's a New Yorker, but in New York City, Bloomingdale's has the best frozen yogurt known to man at a place called 40 Carats at the top floor. And they give you so much frozen yogurt, it's ridiculous. You're like, how am I going to eat all this? But they've also put a ton of toppings in it, and it's just so delicious. And carob chips taste just as good as chocolate chips. So you could be eating carob chips, and it's better for you. Oh, it's a soup, says Green Lantern Lights. Oh, I'm glad to know that. I like chicken. So it's chicken soup. That sounds delicious. All right. Has anyone been to... I thought somebody might have been to 40 Carats, but I don't see any 40 Carats love. I miss 40 Carats. Stupid pandemic. Tribute of District 13. Great name, is playing the new Pokemon game in Dublin, Ireland. You guys are great. I love talking to you every chance I can get. All right, so one last thing. I don't put super chat in because you're already paying for membership, but you do get one special comment a month, which is what Maruna just used. So I try to honor that because you only get one a month. If you've used it, I want to see it. And Maruna says, keep fingers crossed for me. I'm going to a superhero-themed pub quiz here in Bucharest, and everybody expects me to win. I get most of my knowledge from you. Whoa, that's a lot of pressure, Maruna, for both of us. I'm very excited for you, though. I feel like your coach, like Rocky. Like you're Rocky and I'm your coach. I'm like giving your shoulders a massage before you go in. I'm like, let's go. We can do it, Maruna. Maruna, the fact that you're just competing and that you're a favorite to win, I think is incredible. So even if you don't win, although I would like to hear how it goes, even if you don't win, Maruna, the fact that you're just mixing it up in there and competing, I think is so cool. So good luck to you. Well, break a leg. Oh, look, everybody's so nice. Everybody's telling you good luck and break a leg. You guys are so nice. That's right. I have the tiger, KK. That's exactly how it goes. Everybody's rooting for you. All right, that's a great note to end on. That was a great comment to put in there, Maruna. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your evening. In about an hour or so, or an hour and a half, my Spider-Man video will go up, and then I have something planned to drop tomorrow as well. All right, everybody, see you soon. Bye.